5 Roseville High School staff members will not be coming back next year. We talked to 4 of them about their future plans.
And for the final time, Channel 7 News signs off, but big plans are in store for the Rocket Productions broadcast program. The season and series finale of Channel 7 News starts now.
Good morning and welcome to Channel 7 News. I'm Tegan Belcher. Dylan Krause will join the show in a moment. The class of 2021 has had to deal with obstacles and hurdles during their senior year, but there is light at the end of the tunnel for their high school career. Connor Ferrante spoke to students and staff about the ups and downs that were thrown at the graduating class over the past 14 months.
The class of 2021 knows how important it is to persevere when things get tough, and during the pandemic, they've endured many hardships that have highlighted, in the words of Rosehill English teacher Stephanie Arbogast, their strength of character.
I think that, again, I go back to the strength of character. I think that they will be the model for the next generation. And really what they're going to show is that perseverance pays off in the long run.
Arbogast believes that not only have these seniors set a good example for their fellow high schoolers, but they will also be the model for the next generation.
You know, these students are remarkable because, their pandemic started in March and it just continued on through the entire year for them. So their senior year has been interrupted by a lot of things. No real activities to speak of. Of course, we had football and we had some of those things, and I think probably the one thing that has made them persevere is that they have the strength of character.
From the perspective of Iceland Bernison, a senior at Rosehill High School, while this year has been different, the seniors have still been able to have a fun final year.
The pandemic has affected my senior year by a lot of the events were different, at least. Some of them were canceled, but in all, it was actually still pretty fun.
It's no secret that the COVID-19 pandemic has brought on many obstacles. For the students of Rosehill High School, they were masks and remote learning, which Rosehill Language Arts teacher Mark Blauser believes this year's seniors have taken in stride.
Actually, they've been pretty laid back about everything, whether it's about the masks, about online learning, kind of coming in and out of school. Yeah, they don't really like it very much, but they pretty much take it in stride.
Connor Ferrante, Channel 7 News.
Hi, I'm reporter Dylan Krause. Being a high school counselor is one of the most challenging jobs in education. From dealing with schedules and state testing to social and emotional issues, there is no easy task. This is why replacing junior and senior counselor Casey Tarrant will be difficult. Jordan Croft has more on Tarrant leaving.
Casey Tarrant has been one of the counselors at Rosehill High School for 5 years. After this year, she will be the new counselor at Derby Middle School.
My kids, they're going to be there. That will give my family all the same days off. Just be in the same district and be closer to home.
During her 5 years of working here, Tarrant built so many great relationships with the students, and she hoped she could do the same at Derby. Even though she loved counseling at Rosehill, she knew it would be best for her to work where her kids attend school. Tarrant said her favorite part of working in the Rosehill district was the students.
Well, my favorite part are the kids. Just getting to have those real life conversations with them. It's really nice when you can sit down and shut the door and really focus on life and what's after high school and what else is out there. So that would be my favorite part.
Along with having a favorite part of working at Rosehill, Tarrant also had a least favorite part, which was not knowing what her day would look like.
I don't know that I have a least favorite part. You just never know what your day's going to look like, I guess, would be maybe my least favorite if you plan to do something and you can't get it done, but then you're also doing what you love because you're getting that connection with the students. So just being flexible and doing all of that is really important with your job.
Jordan Croft, Channel 7 News.
Coming up next, 3 longtime high school teachers are calling it quits on long careers.
And later, in sports, senior golfer Zach Wong has big goals for his final season. We'll be right back after the break.
Hi, I'm Bob Weasel. I'm here to make your cases worse.
Why should they hire you?
Why should they hire me? Because I'm a defense attorney, and see that man? He's on the death row. He's going to die in 15 minutes. You're welcome.
dad in prison. Yeah? We hired you.
Cut now.
Come here.
Oh, hey, we're going to see our happy customer over here. We put her in prison for loitering and littering and being nice in general. Look at that smile.
My father was standing outside his local bar, as he always does, and he was just loitering, I guess. And well, we hired this lawyer because they said it was real and intense or whatever, but he's going to jail for life. Watch big news.
There. You can put you in jail too someday.
The Weights and PE program is a great way for kids to relieve stress and energy throughout an 8-hour school day. Sitting at a desk all day can make you tired and lackadaisical, so it is good for young adults to get moving and exercise sometime throughout the day. You can become stronger and more agile in the weights program, and other benefits as well. These classes are a great way to let out stress that builds up while in school, especially during these times. So make sure you enroll in the Rose Hill Physical Education Department. You won't regret it.
Leanne Yass has spent more than 3 decades as a science teacher at Rose Hill High School, but she determined in the winter that this year would be her final one. Thomas Smith has Yass's story.
Mrs. Yass has been teaching here at Rose Hill High School for 3 decades. She shares with us what means the most to her when teaching science and robotics.
I love helping, mentoring them from when they come in and freshmen and they really don't know what's going on with robotics to where they can actually do it themselves the senior year with very little input from me. I love game day where you get that robot out and you see whether it's going to work or not against all the other robots that are there. I love getting trophies. They announce your name and then you run down on the floor and you scream and then you have to hold still and take a picture, and it's just real exciting. Seeing the kids come in and knowing that what I do makes a difference in their school lives, and then hopefully eventually as they move on out into whether it's post-secondary education or right straight to jobs, the skills that I teach in the class are used for those things, and watching them and having them come back our senior year and seeing how they have changed. I enjoy that. I'm really into genealogy. I have several files of that I can just spend as much time as I want to do. I also like to do a lot of reading. We're going to do some traveling. My husband's more into that than I am, but yeah, I kind of like that as well. I hope to spend more time with my daughter. With this last year, we haven't been able to spend much time together, so I'm hoping to be able to do that as well.
Mrs. Yass will always be remembered for her influence on her students and inspiring others to grow. Thomas Smith, Channel 7 News.
Wendell Woolham has been teaching at Rose Hill High School for over 40 years. He was first a social studies teacher, but then retired and came back as a special education teacher. But now, Woolham is finally calling it quits. I spoke to him about what retirement means to him.
Mr. Woolham has been teaching at the high school for 40 years. This is his last year teaching at the high school, as he will be retiring at the end of the year. After retirement, Mr. Woolham plans to travel the world and spend more time with his family.
Well, this will be my 45th year of teaching, and 40 years here at Rose Hill. I taught 5 years in Newton. I'm just ready to do something else. I also didn't renew my teaching certificate. You know about teachers, every 5 years you got to renew your certificate. I knew I wanted to retire, so I didn't do anything to renew it. So my teaching certificate will expire here in August, and I just knew it was time for me to retire. I'm probably not going to stop working. I teach driver's education on the side for a school called Woodstar Driving School. I'll probably make that more of a full-time job, and I may sub a little bit here at the school if I want to, pick up a little extra money, or if I miss it or something like that, then I can come and maybe sub every once in a while. So teach driver's ed, and then probably maybe substitute a little bit out. And I want to travel. I want to go see some different parts of the country. I'm a big baseball fan. I'm a Philadelphia Phillies fan. I want to travel and maybe see the Phillies play in different ballparks around the nation, and now I got time to do it. You know what? I'll miss certain aspects of it. I'll miss the camaraderie with some of my fellow teachers. I'll miss being with the students. I always enjoyed being around young people. I originally went into teaching to coach. I haven't coached in a few years and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll miss certain aspects of it. But I'm ready to move on too. So I'm not. It's not. I don't think I'll regret retiring. I may miss certain things, but like I said, I want to do some different things.
Dylan Kraus, Channel 7 News.
There might not be a more popular staff member in the school than librarian Leslie Black, but like the staff members mentioned earlier, she too will be leaving at the end of the year. Maddie Haynes caught up with Black and talked to her about her decision.
Leslie Black, who has been the librarian at Rosehill High School for 9 years, has decided to leave. We talked to Black about her plans for the future.
I think I am just going to take some time to just enjoy our new place and the snow and all that. So lots of snow days in my future. And then I'll probably find something, but for a little bit I'm just going to stay home.
We talked to Black on the reason she decided to leave.
Family is moving to Minnesota and we're buying a house on the lake. So we're heading to a whole new land. I'm excited.
After the many memories over the years of working here, Black looks back on her favorites.
Oh gosh, that's a hard question. There's lots of good memories in the school. Probably I've loved some of my TAs, and probably one of my favorite memories is Reagan Evans and Maddie McDonald and their little laugh fest and Reagan's snort laugh and all that good stuff that I'd have to ask them to leave the library.
Madison Haynes, Channel 7 News.
Charlie Black is up next with sports, so don't go anywhere.
Choir at Rosehill High School has always been one of the favorites among the students. Christopher Kurt, the new choir teacher, is implementing a new program for the students. This program will be an exciting opportunity for everyone. They will be able to hold on to this experience for years to come. The goal for this year is to push through and have a good time. There will be a struggle due to the mask, but there is much to accomplish. Make sure for your second semester that you're in this class.
This year, the Rosehill High School Band has a new director, Mr. Turner, with returning director, Mr. Hills. They direct marching band first semester and pep band second semester. Marching band plays at all home varsity football games, while pep band plays at all home varsity basketball games. The theme for this season is Fuego, or fire in Spanish. They're looking forward to the new Latin theme music. This year will be undergoing great changes for the band, including new uniforms. Be sure for your next semester you enroll in band at Rosehill High School.
2 years ago, senior golfer Zach Wong came out of nowhere to finish second team All-League. Last year was supposed to be the next big step in his progression by being a state qualifier, but the pandemic ended those thoughts. So a lot is riding on this season thus far. Wong has the 12th best scoring average in Class 4A and won the Clearwater Tournament. Bowden Whitted, Xander Landry, and myself have more.
Zach has made huge improvement from his junior to senior year, mostly crediting the off year from COVID allowing him to improve drastically on his game. This has allowed him to shoot at 79 as of last Wednesday.
So my main goal at the beginning of the season was just to make it to state. We're now realizing I could probably place at state, make it to the second day. I'd also like to medal at, I think, 5 meets is what we said. I'm at 2, so need to improve on. I just need to hit greens, make putts. I mean, all the above, just work hard, score low. Well, that year off, I put a ton of work in. I was probably at the golf course 4 hours a day-ish, playing around every day since that was what I could do.
Second team All-League as a sophomore is very impressive, and he's right back on pace to reaching that status once again.
Favorite part about golf, it's really soothing. You just walk around, you can put in an earbud, just jam out to music. And it's just a calming sport, takes patience, and I just have fun with the guys.
In other Rocket sports, the girls soccer team currently has a record of 5-5, which is a 3-game improvement from the 2019 record. Tonight, the Rockets host Augusta. The Rocket baseball team is starting to turn things around. as they have won 3 out of their last 4 and have more winnable games on the horizon. Up next is a doubleheader at home with El Dorado. The softball team upset 2019 state champion Augusta last week, and prior to that, they split with traditional Power Circle. The Rockets boast a record of 7-7. They too play El Dorado on Monday. The Rockets swimming team took 7th at the Hutchinson Invitational. Up next, they travel to Mays on Saturday. Both the boys and girls track teams took 2nd at Garden Plain and Belle Plaine Invitationals. The Rockets also went to the WSU pre-state meet event and had several impressive individual standouts, like Drew Lex breaking the school's steeplechase record. Today, they compete in the Wellington Invitational. For the final time, this is Charlie Black signing off. Tegan, back to you.
Thanks, Charlie. 4 years ago, 2 students and Mr. Browning had a vision to make a real-world news show, which would be something totally different than what is done in high school journalism. We hope you have enjoyed Channel 7 News over the past 4 years. Here's Aislinn Robert on what lies ahead for the broadcast program at Rose Hill High School.
The Channel 7 News format was implemented in 2016 and has continued into its 4th year in 2021. Next year, it'll change into something more exciting. Every morning, starting next fall semester, there will be a new show. Matthew Browning, the teacher of Rocker Productions, is now bringing about the new show called Wake Up Rose Hill.
The new format is going to be a quicker, fast-paced type show, 5 to 10 minutes per day, rather than what we're doing now, which is 20 minutes. We're still going to incorporate some of the long feature type stories, but most of it's going to be school related. It's going to be shorter stories that deal with things like, we'll have a teacher of the week, or we'll have a student of the week, or athlete of the week, things like that that really get the school involved, because ultimately I feel like our job is to broadcast to the school, to the student body, to the teachers, and then secondly, but just as important I guess, is to the community in the town of Rose Hill. We're going to meet every Wednesday to kind of discuss what the plan is for the rest of the week, which our week will be from Thursday until Tuesday, since Wednesdays will be our planning time. And then just every day there'll be things for people to do. There'll be no time for kids to sit there and scroll through their phones. And I feel like Channel 7 News has run its course in its current format. So to bring this new, quicker, fast-paced format along, I think it's going to rejuvenate the students. It'll be fun to kind of learn how to deal with some of the difficulties of having a daily show. So while I'll miss Channel 7 News, I'm very much excited about what the future holds.
Samuel Larson, a sophomore at Rose Hill High School, will be introduced to this format this coming fall.
Usually we work about a couple days a week, then we sit around. But this new format, we'll be working every day, and you'll be trying different spots in the room, and you'll be doing a lot more out here and there. So it'll be fun working all the time.
Aislinn Robert, Channel 7 News.
That's all the time we have for today. Be sure to check out Rocket Productions on YouTube and social media. On behalf of Mr. Browning and the entire Channel 7 News staff, thanks for watching this season. We can't wait to show you what we have in store for next year. Until then, have a great summer, and we'll see you in August.